So just to set the scene for you, and a number of you will know this, what is the Gatwick Diamond? Well, the Gatwick Diamond is an area stretching across Surrey and West Sussex, from Epsom down to Burgess Hill and the South Downs, and across in the west to Leatherhead, Dorking, Horsham, and in the east to Oxted and East Grinstead. This economic sub-region, with the airport at the heart, has a gross value added, or GVA, of 19 billion, so it is a particularly important part of the southeast and the UK. And as a way of joining up this area, the Gatwick Diamond was set up about 10 years ago as a business-led partnership working with the local authorities, with Gatwick Airport, to drive sustainable economic growth. And that is at the heart of everything we do. And we've been going for these 10 years, and whilst I am clearly biased as the chairman, I believe we have made a real difference in the local economy. Things that we look to do, and where we've done, is joining up the local authorities and the county councils, influencing and lobbying to promote the area and to address issues. And one of those that we talked to, that Henry mentioned, was the Gatwick Express, that we're pretty adamant needs to be improved. We're also pretty instrumental in banging heads together about the railway station at Gatwick Airport, to try and improve that, given all the investment that we've heard about and that Stuart will mention again at the airport. And we've also been looking at inward investment and infrastructure investment to try and support the region. And we've been pretty successful at attracting some good companies into the area. And the Gatwick Diamond is right at the centre of the Coast Capital Local Economic Partnership, which, as a number of you will know, has got some real teeth in terms of trying to stimulate the local economy. So what about our event today? Well, as we heard, the Davis Commission is looking at airport capacity in the southeast, and it's 10 years since the government last considered aviation capacity. And I look at it as us being at an economic crossroads with how our economy, both locally and nationally, will look in 10 to 20 years' time. By 2025, all the airports around London may well be full if we don't do anything. And whilst there may be capacity at other airports around the country, there is a clear demand in London and the southeast that we all have to be mindful of. So the Davis Commission will give some initial options later in 2013, with some final decisions conveniently after the 2015 election. And I'm sure you will have all read in the press that there have been papers from people like the CBI, the IOD, the London Assembly, and The Economist on the options. I particularly liked the picture on the front of The Economist recently, which showed Heathrow Airport moving to the west, and a picture of Prince Philip with a gun, clay pigeon shooting at a plane at Windsor Castle. So that just shows that, this topic has got sort of legs in terms of things that need to happen. Aviation in the UK is estimated to contribute about £50 billion to the UK GDP and to support nearly 1 million jobs. Gatwick Airport, I think, estimates that it contributes about 2 billion to the southeast economy and supports 25 to 30,000 jobs on and around the airport. So it is a clear driver to our local economy. Clearly, we can't just have debates around airport capacity and things without looking at other factors. So there is an environmental consideration that has to be factored in to any debate, and we'll need to understand how quieter and cleaner aircraft and improved operations at airports will make a difference to the environment as well. There are other things that I want to hear about. One of those is the relationship between connectivity and export and inward investment. As Henry mentioned, we heard about new routes from Gatwick to Indonesia. They've had a number of other new routes that over the last few years, Vietnam, China, etc. And there is a lot of research which shows that direct flights open doors, which is key to local investors. So, I would like to see more investment from perhaps Vietnamese companies when they're coming into the UK to be around in the Gatwick Diamond, given that they are flying direct into Gatwick Airport. Not only is Gatwick at the heart of the Diamond, but we mustn't forget that Heathrow is approximately an hour away, and I'll say approximately because everyone knows how bad the M25 can be. You can do it in about 45 minutes at 2 o'clock in the morning probably, and maybe a couple of hours at the worst times. So we need to understand how that interaction will happen. And then we also need to understand, what happens if, I think Boris Island seems to be largely off the agenda, but what happens if there is an expansion, say, significant at Stansted? Will jobs move away from the area? So what else will we get from today? Well, we will hear from some local businesses as to why they are here and based here at the Gatwick Diamond. We're going to hear and look at what skills are needed for businesses that are here and what more skills do they need to grow. So to start off, what I'd like to do is to introduce Greg Burgess and Stuart Wingate. Greg is the Office Senior Partner of ASB Law, and he's going to chair the first session, covering some things with Stuart, and then we will carry on with a panel discussion where there'll be lots of opportunity to contribute. So thank you for coming today. I hope you enjoy this morning and get a lot out of it. Thank you.